Will you please remain standing as Second Lieutenant Sarah Dallaire sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, up! Ready, cut! Cut march, march! Forward, march!
Order, sword.
Cut march, march! Forward, order, cut! Cut! Forward, march!
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Ready, yes.
On November 10, 1775, a Corps of Marines was created by a resolution of Continental Congress. Since that day, many 1,000 men that bore the name Marine. In memory of them, it is fitting that we who are Marines should commemorate the birthday of our Corps by calling to mind the glories of its long and illustrious history. The record of our Corps is one which will bear comparison with that of the most famous military organizations in the world's history. During 90 of the 146 years of its existence, the Marine Corps has been in action against the nation's foes. From the Battle of Trenton to the Argonne, Marines have won foremost honors in war, and in the long eras of tranquility at home, generation after generation of Marines have grown gray in war in both hemispheres and in every corner of the 7 seas, that our country and its citizens might enjoy peace and security. In every battle and skirmish since the birth of our Corps, Marines have acquitted themselves with the greatest distinction, winning new honors on each occasion until the term Marine has come to signify all that is highest in military efficiency and soldiery virtue. The high name of distinction and soldiery repute we who are Marines today have received from those who precede us in the Corps. With it, we have also received from them the eternal spirit which has animated our Corps from generation to generation and has been the distinguishing mark of the Marines in every age. So long as that spirit continues to flourish, Marines will be found equal to every emergency in the future as they have been in the past, and the men of our nation will regard you as worthy successors to the long line of illustrious men who have served as soldiers of the sea since the founding of our Corps.
Detail. Attention.
Introducing our guest of honor. For tonight, Corporal Reggie Dallaire, United States Marine, retired. Born on December 1st, 1945 in Springfield, Massachusetts, he came from a proud Marine Corps family. His father served from 1936 to 1941. His father rejoined during World War II, and he was deployed to the Pacific before Reggie was born. He first met his father when he returned home from China. He was 13 months old. Growing up, he was often told he never made a good Marine. Determined to prove otherwise, he enlisted in the Marine Corps right after high school. His service took him from Camp Lejeune to Kodiak, Alaska, where he earned multiple security clearances and once pulled a man from a burning building, an act that almost earned him a meritorious mast. Later, he was assigned to the headquarters of the Commander-in-Chief, U.S. Naval Forces, Europe and Africa in London. Working with the NATO documents and providing security for high-ranking officers, he traveled across Europe, North Africa, and Southeast Asia, and even assisted a Secret Service during Vice President Humphrey's visit to London. After returning home, he served briefly as a police officer before starting his own business. When a nearby fuel facility caught fire, he rescued a man engulfed in flames, an act for which he was nominated for the Carnegie Medal. The Marines training taught him to run towards danger, not away from it. Eventually, he earned a degree in computer science. Working as a programmer and an analyst, he worked with the U.S. Navy in Keyport, Washington, developing guidance systems for weapons he once guarded. Later, while teaching in Ketchikan, Alaska, he wrote and implemented the state's first online college registration program, earning accommodation from the Council of Community Colleges. After moving to Ogden, New York, he shifted careers into accounting and became an enrolled agent. Seeing a need in the community, he founded the local Toys for Tots program. Over 32 years, his unit has served more than 70,000 children and was recognized among the top 10 civilian Toys for Tots program in the nation. He's been honored as the Man of the Year by the Western New York Association of Pastors and Priests and as an outstanding citizen by the YMCA. Though every chapter of life, his pride in the Marine Corps and the bonds he formed there have never wavered. What he often says, I don't miss the circus, but God, I miss the clowns. The Marine Corps' birthday cake cutting ceremony is important to all Marines, as it is an annual renewal of each Marine's commitment to the Corps, and the Corps' commitment to our nation's quest for peace and freedom worldwide. The birthday cake is traditionally cut with the Maniluk sword, as a reminder that we are a band of warriors, committed to carrying the sword so that our nation may live in peace. The Maniluk sword gets its name from the cross-hilt and ivory grip design, similar to swords used for centuries by Ottoman warriors. The Marine Corps' tradition of carrying the sword dates from Lieutenant Presley O'Bannon's assault on Tripoli in 1805. where he is said to have won the sword of the governor of the city. As it is our custom, the first piece of cake will be presented to our guest of honor, Corporal Reggie Belair, United States Marine Corps retired. By tradition, the second piece of cake is presented to the oldest Marine present. Ladies and gentlemen, the oldest Marine present tonight is Reggie Belair. He was born on December 1st, 1945. The third piece of cake is presented to the youngest Marine present. Ladies and gentlemen, the youngest Marine present is Lane Magum, July 31st, 2007. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the retiring of the colors, the Marine's hem, and the exit of the official party. You guys can find your Marine hem in your booklets on your table.
Forward. March. Martin.